Everybody can see that.
I got my step while I'm searching for this world for happiness. I pray that I find my way before my death. Got my
Okay. Not sure what just happened.
step. Got
Okay, so it seems we are.
my
Yeah.
step. Everything in our life goes round and round in a circle. People change, seasons change, and now your purpose. Don't know what your worth is. You have to look deep at the surface. I pray that you keep holding on, stay focused. Cause I've been running on this road out there, road all night. And I know that it gets worse sometimes, it's a fight. Every situation is a blessing to grow. Jah guide me so I know. Jah guide my step while I'm searching for this world for happiness. I pray that I find my way before my death. Guide my step, Jah guide my step. I need you every hour, oh, I need you, Jah. Please don't pass my way before I see you, Jah. I know my life is wrapped up safely in your hand, in your plan. Here I am, take me where I am. A lot of bad my people in my way, oh take them home. A lot
Hey.
of strongholds in my life, but me know you will bring out. While I'm searching for this world for happiness, I pray that I find my way before my death.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna actually um I'm just gonna put a stop to this right now. All right. So it seems it probably would be best if I had another external device to play this. Um, it keeps. I'm not sure. Was everybody able to hear the song? Because I know we heard it. Amira, we heard it real good in here. Apart from the parts that was cutting off.
Yeah, I heard it. It was just breaking up. But I did have good volume when it was playing.
Okay.
I think it
Okay.
might have been a little too
And
loud, and it causes the peak.
got
I
you.
think
Got you.
yeah. Mhm.
Got you. So I just want to know if people were able to pick out some of the lyrics, some of the words, because I can always grab another device and replay the song if we need to. Y'all think I should just grab a third party device because I'm playing it through my laptop. It might be easier just to play it through like my phone or something.
If you're going to discuss it, maybe you might want people to get a better feel for it.
All right. So give me 1 second. I got another. Give me 1 second. Pick up this.
All right, so I'm taking over the show, y'all. Who any poets out there want to go on the open mic while we waiting for the video to come on? Let's see. Elijah, you got something? James, I know you got something. Anybody got any plugs? Let's type it up and I'll read it. Anybody got any poems they want to go? Let's do this. Let's take over his show. He's so annoying. Who's with me? Raise your hand. Make a comment. Hello? Hello?
I can hear
I
you.
love it.
Uh-oh.
I love it. I love it, Sister Mary.
He deserves that.
Hmm.
I can hear you.
So,
So
Oh, okay. That's how we doing this. I ain't go that far.
who's on here? Nobody wanted
Derek, what? You talked a little bit about that, and I have this. I'm my cell phone right now.
Yeah, y'all can hear
So
me?
yeah, we can hear you just fine, bro.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I can't hear Mara on this live. I gotta be like muting the audio and listening through Facebook, and it's like a mad delay. But nonetheless, yeah. As I said before, Guy, pretty much my baby, man. I don't know if you want to go through the lyrics or play it again. Um,
I'm gonna play it one more time. You heard? I'm
okay,
gonna play it one more time, and then we'll go to the lyrics.
okay.
So
We have people on the team that are here.
everybody that's on Facebook, just let me know if you guys can hear this just fine. All
Avoid
right.
ads.
How does it sound now?
While I'm searching for this one for happiness, I pray that I find my way before my death. Guide my step, guide my step. Everything in the life goes round and round in a circle. People change, seasons change, know your purpose. Know what your worth is. You have to look deep at the surface. I pray that you keep holding on, stay focused. Cause I've been running on this road out there, road out night. And I know that it gets rough sometimes, it's a fight. Every situation is a blessing to grow. Jah guide me so and know. Jah guide my step. While I'm searching for this fire, I pray that I find my way before death. Guide my step. Jah guide my step. I need you every hour. I need you, Jah. Please don't pass my way before I see you, Jah. I know my life is wrapped up safely in your hand, in your plan, in your hand. Take me. I like how bad my people in my way, oh, take them. I like that struggles in my life, but we know you will bring me. While I'm searching for this one for happiness, I pray that I find my way before my death.
Amira?
Yes.
Okay, you still there?
Yes.
Derek, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Wardell, you still there?
Yeah.
All right. Um, so I mean, I definitely gotta find a way to make things better. But let's go into the lyrics and discuss. Um, Anybody have any questions before I go ahead and say? I know some people were asking, how do you find it on YouTube? Just type in Guide and use his name. That's how you find it on YouTube. Guide and use his name, Derek Tavernier. The last name, I jack it up sometimes, but I think I got it right this time, right, bro?
Most times.
So Derek Tavernier, Taver Nia. Nier. So if you guys want to look it up on YouTube, definitely check out the music on YouTube right now. But let's definitely go a little bit into. Mm-hmm. You were saying?
No, I was saying I'll just post the link in the Facebook chat. So
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
That's even better. So the chorus is guide my step while I'm searching in this world for happiness. I pray that I find my way before my death.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Like I asked the mirror. I'm listening.
Oh, sorry. Pretty much. I find it hard right now to see artists being what's the word I want to use? Vulnerable, I guess, for a lack of words. Everybody trying to look like they have it together, kind of like that Instagram life, like you don't ever see anybody truly just waking up pictures on Instagram. You always see the nice ones with the filters, and so I try and make it as transparent as possible, and that's how I feel most times when I do things my way and sort of like not take control from God, but trying to steer my life my own way. Everything goes to the pits, and that's one of my biggest fears, that I don't accomplish what my purpose is on earth before my death. Yep. Not take control from God, but hello. I think Godsent is off again. Mary, your time to
I'm still here.
shine. Time to take over again.
Amira, Waddell, you guys have anything to say?
I liked what he reflected with a few seconds ago. I see that we're on the same path here. Just kind of feeling like you get these gifts, and sometimes it takes you a minute to figure out what the gifts are, and sometimes it takes you a minute to accept them. And nobody wants to leave Earth feeling unfulfilled or having that feeling that you haven't really made good out of what God has given you. So I kind of feel that way too.
Waddell, you want to chime in? I know you. Are you able to? Let me know.
I don't think he's there anymore.
Okay. I think Waddell. I think we. Oh. No, he is. I think I need to re-add him. I think he might have fallen. This is why you have producers in the studio and stuff. They do all this stuff on the back end, so you can just sit there and talk. Okay, so Derek just posted the link, the YouTube. There go Waddell. Waddell, he eating.
Listen, Don't
You over there stuffing your
don't
face.
judge me.
Before Wardell come on. I'm gonna just say that I think everybody, no matter who you are, you can relate. Like pretty much like Derek said, nobody have it right. Like feel like they always get pretty much, and it's I think it's a constant daily prayer that we all pray, that we hope that we are making the right decisions or going down the right path. Pretty much. So I definitely love those lyrics. I connect with them greatly. I feel like no matter who you are, pretty much it's something that's gonna resonate with you because when it comes to life, we all trying to get it right, and we all want to achieve our goals, dreams, wishes, everything before that moment, that time, before death gets to us. So those lyrics definitely, it's those are not lyrics; they're prayer, literally, to me, a continuous
Yeah,
prayer, a
pretty
prayer
much.
that we should always right, almost every day that we wake up. The Lord guide my steps. Lord guide my steps. I was trying to see if I could throw some of this lyrics on the screen. So it says everything. Go ahead, Derek.
All right, so it says everything in well, it's kind of like a slang in a life. In life, it goes round and round in a circle. People change, seasons gonna change, but not your purpose. So everything else will change, but not what your purpose is in this life. Um, know what your worth is. You have to look deep past the surface. Not necessarily what you wear on, not necessarily what the outward appearance is. I pray that you keep holding on, stay focused, because I've been trotting on this road all day, all night. I'm not sure if you know that song, uh, Godsent, but that's one of
All
my
day,
songs.
all night, right?
Trotting.
Yeah, that was the first song I heard by you.
Oh, dope.
That's on a dope.
It
Nice, nice,
is
nice.
lit.
So, like, if you listen to Trotting, the whole song talks about continuously moving forward. So this is me saying I've been moving forward all day, all night, and I know that it gets rough sometimes and it's a fight. But every situation in life, it's a blessing to grow. And I'll pause right there because a lot of people think that when they go through tough and difficult situations, it's life picking on them. Life is no respect, uh, has no respect or person. It doesn't treat you good or bad according to what you think life is. Life is just life, and a
Mm.
lot of it is perspective. So everything you go through, just look at it as a growing experience. Learn from it. Know that it is to make you better. And if you do not get better, then you're gonna have to go through that same thing again. So that's the first verse. You want me to go straight to the
No,
second?
no. Stop. Let's stop
Okay,
you right there before you rush through this because I want to definitely
that's all
um
right.
uh, I want to definitely look into some things now. Now, what when I say what is do you remember where you were? And I asked Amira this. What when you wrote this song? Like what are the feelings that you personally were going through? What motivated you to put a song like this together? Because I can hear a story behind this. I mean,
Oh yeah,
mhm.
oh yeah. This is probably one of the times in my life when I was like mad depressed. Because I've been doing music for a while and I've had a lot of great offers, but everybody who offers me money, and I mean like $20,000 to start an album, kind of offers, wants me to pop bottles and have models shaking ass in the back and all that kind of stuff is okay if you're into that kind of music, but it's just not me. And I don't mind listening to that music now and then, but that's not what I would sing. So it was a struggle for me moving forward because I just felt like I was stuck, and it was because of my moral standings in a lot of things. Nobody necessarily wants to take an artist like me serious. But make a long story short, producer from Canada sent me that song, and I guess it's kind of what I needed at that point in time, because music is therapy to us, um,
Mhm.
artists, and that kind of just flowed out of me. I didn't write one lyrics down. I just turned my mic on and start recording. So everything you have there is kind of pretty much a one take. So it was definitely a prayer.
And it's something that came, like you said, you didn't write the lyrics down. It came right directly from your heart.
Yeah, pretty much.
Man, that's and that, you know what? And I heard that, Amira, it seemed like you want to chime in, you want to say something. No, okay. Your mic is muted. I can't hear you.
Boy, you got to remember these things. You also got to remember to be dressed at the bottom if you stand up. God, video, virtual learning, virtual everything.
You know what? It's funny. I was actually gonna take a picture to post up on my Instagram so everybody can see my full outfit. No, I definitely got shorts on. So pretty much, I'm gonna show y'all my outfit later. Pretty much, I got dressed on the top. This is how you do virtual shows. That's what it is.
But Derek, I could relate to what you're saying. It's like even in the land of poetry, like when I first started coming out, having been a teacher, the type of poetry that I do is slightly different than a lot of the poets, and I felt often that it was weird, like just a weird feeling. And what I had to come to terms with was the fact that every poet has his own voice, and you're not supposed to be or sound like anybody else. There's something fraudulent in that. So, and me not accepting just anything for the lifestyle that I want to live. Like I don't need to hear cursing. I don't need to see booty shaking. I don't need any of that to feel fulfilled. So I understand totally what you're saying. Like that, the music the small part of it had passion behind it, and it was real. And don't ever give that up. Don't change who you are and your values for what seems to be more popular out there. I heard you, man. I like that.
That's love right there, and spoken like a true guide, mom, auntie. Um, the lyric says, "People change, seasons change, not your purpose. People's change, seasons change, not your purpose." Whew. I mean, I feel like that definitely um, speaks for itself. Like it's just a reality. And anybody that's been alive for even 1 minute will understand the fact that, yeah, things change around us all the time. And look, Corona changing everything right now. But even at this time, we all need to. This song reminds us, or that line, that lyric reminds us that, like, our purpose is still the same. That right there is just like, no matter what happens, no matter, because sometimes we feel like life is not going the way that we want it to. Like,
Yes, sir.
pretty much like we're not getting working towards our purpose, especially when bad things happen. But there's one quote that I said one time that I always like to say: there is purpose in your pain, literally. And we tend to forget that, like, we feel like the only time that things is working towards our purpose is when things are going right. And we
Yep.
forget that part of our story. Any good story, any good great movie that we even watch got the good parts and the bad parts in it. It got the dark nights before the sun shines in the morning and all that. So that right there, people's change, seasons change, not your purpose. That spoke to my heart.
So
Yeah, and if I could just add in a little bit. Oh, by the way, Amara, I couldn't respond while he was speaking because I had to listen on Facebook, and it's like a mad delay. So after you speak, Godsent had already started speaking already. But a lot of what you said, thank you.
you're
Sorry.
welcome. You're
Moving on.
welcome.
So So one thing my brother always says to me, and Godsent, if you know me, I always speak about my brother because I look up to him a lot. He's the
Right.
pretty much the reason why I do music. He put a mic in my hand, vocal training, teach me how to play instruments, all that. And one thing he says is a lot of people think that the destination is the most important part, but it's not. The journey is. Because the destination is just one point. And in the journey, you hit a lot of different points before you get to that place. You learn a lot of different things. It's kind of like with my kids right now. I can't just give every single one of them $100 and tell them, go crazy. They don't know the responsibility of $100. So they have to mature, experience, and go through things that make them value that $100. Because a lot of times God don't bless us because we ain't ready. We're not to the place where we could handle certain blessings. So the journey is definitely important, and not just the destination. So the purpose, your purpose in life, don't worry about it. It is what it is. Nothing else ain't going to change about what you supposed to be or supposed to do. You are who you are. Point period blank. But you have to go through processes, kind of like diamond going through that change in the earth to become what it is.
Man. And then yeah, I mean, see, this is what I mean. Like, this show is right now, and I could never orchestrate or plan this that's happening right now. And I hope that those that James just shared something, and I want to read it. It says, "I respect his stance and what he wanted to create too, and I agree with Amira as well. I don't curse anymore in my poems. That was my stance, but I don't knock anyone if they do. I guess I could join that as well.
Right.
I don't curse anyone in my poems either. I only curse people out." Amira, you can relate to that, right?
No comment. I don't think it's a need for it. I mean, like James says, you do how you do. You speak from your chest and let the other person do as they do. So, from my perspective, I've never needed to do that to get my point across. So, to each his own. But I will say, one of the things that drew me to your performances and your spot early on, a few years back when I started supporting your venue and coming out, was the stance that you took against negative aspects, where you started every show with letting people know that there was a limit of tolerance to what was going to be able to be spoken on the stage. And I respected that. And so did the poets. No matter what, if they wanted to do erotic poems or they wanted to do whatever kind of poems they wanted, they knew that in that house, there was a limit to what was going to be accepted, and people respected you for that. Right. So sometimes people think that they can't stand up and be who they are because the crowd isn't with them. And sometimes you might just have to be a crowd of one. So I'm just saying, like, just do how you feel your journey is talking to you, and not really be concerned with what the others are doing. That's how I try to live.
And it's okay. It's okay. And it's funny because people are always afraid to be the audience of one because nobody wants to run alone. But I think life has a way of bringing you together with other audiences of ones, so to empower and carry each other as well. And support each other, and that's just to testify to what you just shared, because even for Cry Out Cave or my organization to be at the point that it is, there were people that carried us over the years, and you were amongst them. Pretty much to be able to create that opportunity. Oh, that's what Waddell mean. Waddell said he's backstage, and I'm like, where? I thought he meant at church. I'm sorry. Waddell.
Backstage at church. Crazy.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know I had to scroll down because there was too many windows on the screen, so the thing had him at the bottom. But that's definitely audience of one becomes multitudes. James says, I can't tolerate negativity. I am aware to what Amira is speaking to. Believe me, I had to seek counsel in that situation as well because I didn't want to annoy I didn't want to annoy anyone else, make anyone else feel limited in their expression as a result of my stance. It's a battle. It's a battle. Waddell knows one of our friends. His name is Kofi, right? Who's an actor, and that's his stance as an actor that in his roles he can't curse. Like he does not want to curse. And recently we celebrated him getting a big role in a TV show that's on Netflix right now, right? We celebrated him because many times I'll be honest, the first thing that came to my mind, I was like, bro, how you gonna get some roles? Like, pretty much like it's like you limiting your roles pretty much, but we should never think that standing up to what we believe in is limiting ourselves. And it's, of course, I met Kofi when I was younger, and that was my initial thought. And I'm being real, I'm being honest. I'm like, how you gonna be an actor? Because we know a bunch of Christian actors that be out there dropping them X plus minus whatever words, just cursing out a storm or whatever, because it's their role. Again, I don't knock anybody because it comes down to your level of conviction, personal conviction, and everything like that. It is what it is, but just be true to yourself. I think that's the message behind it. Everybody should be true to themselves, regardless of what opposition or what anybody else think about it. Amira, you got your mic on your mic unmuted. So
I didn't say anything though.
Oh, okay. I thought you unmuted it because you wanted to say something.
No. I'm being quiet and listening.
Derek, the lyrics said, because I've been trotting on this road all day, all night, all day, all night. And I know it gets rough. Sometimes it's a fight. But every situation is a blessing to grow. Jah guide me so I know. I love the transparency in that. It's admitting that I don't know. Like, pretty much like I don't know what to do sometimes. I don't know where to go. But I'm not gonna speak for you.
No, I just trade in that 2 cents. A lot of times I don't know what to do.
Is there anybody on this video right now that can say they know what to do all the time? Go ahead.
No.
I know what to do.
If you can, please send me like a friend request. And
Derek, what are you saying, Derek? That you don't? What do you mean you don't know what to do? What does that mean, Derek? Oh, that's right. He can't respond to me.
We gotta like wait a minute because he's listening on Facebook, so we gotta wait like a little bit for him to respond.
I think he's kind of saying that without, he probably can navigate, but without God's guidance.
I finally just heard what she said.
Okay, all right, he's back.
Sorry, but when I say I don't know what to do, it means that in my understanding, I know my understanding is limited. I know for a fact my understanding is limited. So everything that seems right to me is not necessarily right. Not saying that we don't have natural intuition and all those kind of stuff, but relying on ourselves or just the little speck of knowledge we have in our brain, in our 2-pound brain. That's what I mean, but I don't know a lot of the time. So most of the times, it's pretty much meditation for me. I meditate probably more than I eat. I think. And that's probably what keeps me sane most times in life, because I've been through a lot. One of the biggest things I've been through was my first wife passing away 6 years ago. I almost went crazy.
Wow.
So me knowing just how limited my knowledge is, it takes a lot of focus on my purpose or God's will for my life, or however we want to put it. I'm not so religious, but I I definitely know that I have a purpose in life, and every now and then I keep getting more and more bits and pieces of what it is I'm supposed to do.
That answer your question, Amir?
Yeah, because I was thinking that he was thinking more like what happens to me. Like I'm the most indecisive person that I know, and it comes from a place of not always feeling that what you're doing is good enough. And I had to stop that. I had to stop that self massacre, and just own it, and trust in the divine will and dopeness and all of that. And that took a minute, and I'm still in that place. You know, I think most people that share parts of themselves, when they throw it out in the public view, you feel exposed. So you get a little bit of that too. How much do I want them to know? How much do I want to keep to myself? So I thought that's where he was coming from, but now I get what he meant by his statement.
Wow. Man, anybody comment, James, say even greats like Denzel. Oh, okay. I think this was a comment that he made some time back that I must have missed out on. So
All right.
going on,
Finally listen to Mero stuff. Thanks.
You said what?
I finally listened to what Amero was saying. It's like y'all like a whole minute before me.
That's why I
can hear
keep
everybody except Amero. I don't know why.
That's why I keep pausing. Yeah, that's why I keep pausing to make sure we give you that time. I'm not sure why it's turning out like this.
Not sure at all. But I can hear everybody fine, like on the StreamYard. But when Amero speaks, it's like it takes a little while. Not sure why. Maybe I need a upgraded phone.
Hey, I know that it gets rough sometimes. It's a fight. It's a fight, and everybody that's on here knows that life is a fight. Life is a struggle. Again, every day we wake up fighting different things, whether it's bills, whether it's in this case a pandemic. We're struggling to find out how do we adjust to this. How going out, coming back in, who do we celebrate, who don't we celebrate? It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a fight within ourselves. It's a fight with others. Sometimes life is definitely a fight. And there's numerous fights in life, but we also have to, like you said, every situation is a blessing. So you can't just look at it from a negative point of view, but you also reminding us that even a fight is a blessing, because there are people that will do anything to be fighting right now.
Yep.
Pretty much there are people that don't have that liberty to be able to fight anymore.
Yep.
You're gonna have me up here preaching. Come on, Shemai.
Come on now. Put your cash up so we could give you an offering.
But what's the name? I know Mira said she's gonna have to. I don't know. Check out soon. But definitely. Are you checking out right now or soon? Like 10 minutes.
Soon, like a few minutes. I just didn't want to just leave while not say that I had to go and break my fast. So yeah, I just let you know.
Oh, it's time to eat. Mm-hmm.
Not yet, but soon.
Soon, right?
But the show is amazing. to actually talk to artists and find out what drove them to write or to perform whatever it is that they have to offer. I don't think there's another show like this out there. I think you have something going here. I think that you should continue. As we learn more about these virtual platforms, it should get a little easier, and you can knock out some of the technical difficulties. And yeah, this is a wonderful thing. I kind of like virtual shows. Like I don't have to drive late at night. I'm home in my living room. I kind of like it now.
Yeah, you so. You know what? There's some positive sides to it. There's definitely some positive sides to it. Actually, this show for one is something I plan to continue after this. You know, Coronacation ends and everything like that. So I do enjoy this as well, and I like being able to discuss. And I hope to have you back, if not as a guest, but as a co-host, because one of the things that Wardell recommended, which I think we definitely need, we could have more people here just putting their input into the poems. You know, not just myself and the artist. It's good when you have numerous minds jump in. So I'm glad that you actually stayed to put your input. Also, thank you. You guys are officially the first two features that we had.
Yay!
And
confetti all over the place.
So this definitely go down in history. Just like I remember my first versus open mic and the people that were there. Just like I remember the first time that we opened the Cry Out Cave and the people that were there. This is a moment that I will remember and it will stay with me for the rest of my life. So I want to say thank you for being open and willing and accepting of this invitation and this moment. James also has something he wants to say to you, Amira. I want to say before you go, your words are truly amazing. I'm so happy that you published your book, and I know that the world will finally hear what I hear. Come on, Amira, talk to us about your book.
Okay. So, wait, let me give you a photo op. That's my book. How do you do this? That's my book. This is actually the first book to publish, but I have other manuscripts that are not published yet. This one just bumped to the front. This is a compilation of poems and lives of children that I've encountered as a teacher, and sometimes those lives are not so happy. It also encompasses some of the art that I've been doing over the years. So I wrote and I illustrated my own book, and I'm very proud of that. The poems are true life stories. They're composites of people. So not one poem is about one specific person, but it's a combination of many people. And it tells stories of lives. And it's sort of like it has a flow of from birth until death. The first poem is called Apnea, and it's something that you experience when you're giving birth. And as you traverse through the poems in the book, you get to the last poem that talks about breathing through ashes, meaning that's your ultimate return. And so you hear the lives of these people in the stories in the book.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's good stuff. Where can we find it, Sister Mira?
Hey, where did you get that, Godsent? Well, he went on Amazon, didn't you? Oh, he's got a picture. Well, here's the deal, guys. The book is on Amazon. It is published by Rebel Inc. It's on Amazon. Shout out to Rebel Inc. I also am going to have a virtual book signing where I will actually have copies available, and I'll ship them to you either prior to the show or after the show with an autograph or a personal message to you. So I would think that somebody would want the personal message. So those are the two places you can get it: directly from me or from Amazon. If you get it from me, you get a personal signing and also the virtual book show. I'm sorry, book signing.
Well, Sister Mary, make sure you get us that flyer so we can assist you in promoting it.
I
Put
really
the
would
word,
appreciate
get the word out there.
Right.
I really would appreciate that, guys. I really would. Thank you so much.
No doubt. We
All right.
we in it with
Thank
you.
you. Yep.
I'm sorry, say it again.
No, I said no problem. We're in it with you. We got
I
you.
think that's what makes it special. Like all of us, if you don't support the next person, then you have to think about where you're going to be and what support you're going to need. Like I
Right.
know for a lot of it, my shows are for women only. But if you're a guy, you can buy a ticket for your wife, or you can throw the flyer on your page and have other women join it. Just like I have no problem going to anybody's show and supporting them, and I'll be consistent in that support as long as I'm able to, because I believe in the arts, and I believe in poetry, and I believe in writers, and I believe in that kind of love within the village. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for the shout out, and thank you for telling me that you will be a part of that support team. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So thank you again, Sister Amira, for accepting this invitation, and we hope to um, we hope to definitely talk to you again soon. James said get it directly from Amira, but give her a review on Amazon. I totally agree with that. I don't, even though I appreciate the even yesterday I got an email from CD Baby about some CDs that are bought on there, but I make a lot more money when you buy directly from me.
Yes.
And stuff like that. So definitely get it directly from Sister Amira, y'all.
So you can get the information from Godsent, and put it in his inbox or put it in my inbox. I'm Amira Shabazz Bilal on IG and Facebook. Put it in my inbox and I'll make sure you get your copy.
And then throw a little extra in there as a seed for the next book.
Yes. I love you.
I love it.
Well, guys, I gotta say goodbye. I gotta get the food ready for the family, and yes, it's Ramadan, so I will be making my exit. Thank you for having me. I hope that everybody enjoyed the poem, and I hope you got the message. Thank you.
All right, Sister Mira. Much love.
You as well.
So, Derek, we need to go on to verse 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it says, I need you every hour. Oh, I need you, Ja. Please don't pass my way before I see you, Ja. I know my life. It'd probably be better if you read this with your old accent.
With the accent, right? It's fun listening to you read it, though. All right. So it says, I need you every hour. Oh, I need you, Ja. Please don't pass my way before I see you, Ja. I know my life is wrapped up safely in your hands. In your plan, here I am. Take me as I am. A lot of bad mind people in my life, take them out. A lot of strongholds in my life, I know you'll bring me out. So a lot of those points were like self-explanatory. But the one part I think that really hit me hardest in this entire verse would be a lot of people in my life, a lot of bad mind people in my life, take them out.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Probably not for the reasons you think, but it's like
No, nothing like that. I mean, it only because I think it's one of those lines that, like you see, social media is a lot of that on social media. That's one of the things that's pretty common on people's stories and stuff like that, about adding and removing people from their life and stuff like that, or being able to let go of people. It's something that I feel like we all can relate to. It's another one of those lines again, but continue.
Right. But yeah, pretty much for me, what that meant was, I want God to go ahead on my behalf with my permission, even though he doesn't need it, to go ahead and take those people out of my life that I don't even know is speaking ill,
Mm,
doing ill, with wrong
mm.
intentions, probably doing the right things that I want them to do, but with the wrong intentions. You know,
Okay, story time.
because pretty much we see people for face value. We What we see is what we get most times. And people know how to pretend pretty well these days, but you can't see their heart. So it's kind of like a phone call to God, like, hey, I need a favor. I can't see the heart, so help me out. The people that don't need to be around me, when they start
Mm.
disappearing, I won't even ask why. I just know.
You know what's crazy? That in life, okay, so we call them haters. I don't really like that word, because I don't feel like, honestly, I don't feel like I'm okay. This doesn't have anything to do with low self esteem. I don't feel like I'm important enough to have somebody that can take time to hate on me. Um, but we call them haters, and the haters are set there to do just what you said, brother, to kind of hinder you and try to block you from your goals and your destiny and where God is taking you. And so
Right.
with that line, you just kind of um, put out there from your heart, like, God, this is what I need you to do, because I can't do it. You got the power to do it. I can't do it. And I like
Yep.
the fact that right before that line, you said, "Here I am, take me as I am." And
Yep.
then you told them, and then you said a lot of bad mind people in my life, take them out. So you surrendered yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and then you said, "Okay, well, to cap it off, get these people out of my life that have no good intentions for me." I love it.
Right. Right. And one of the things I want to point out, I saw a friend of mine on here on the live. I don't know if he's still here, but back in the Virgin Islands, for a lot of people who don't know, I lived in the Virgin Islands for a while. That's where my kids are right now. And I actually left the Virgin Islands to pursue music. Um, and everybody thought I was crazy. I had a business back there. Music was doing great. Band was doing good. We probably had like close to between 8 and 14 people at shows with stage crew, sound engineer, just the whole works. Uh, and right now, out of all those people, only two are left back with me.
Mm,
Because when I left, nobody saw what God was trying to do. Nobody saw what God was saying. Everybody thought I was crazy. Because I've been God under the Virgin Islands for 2 years now. And it's the most growth I've ever seen in my life personally than all the years that I've ever done music. And I've been doing music since I was 12.
Wow.
So in 2 years, and I can't even, like, the amount of stories it would probably run up this whole life. But God been specifically um orchestrating things. People that I met in Minnesota before I moved to Jersey, people that I met in Jersey who I was introduced to from people in Minnesota. Like, everything was orchestrated, and my hands was definitely not in it. Even to meeting you,
Hmm.
Godsent, none of it was a mistake. And in 2 years, in the 2 years that I've learned to completely surrender my life to God and have Him do His will without my
Wow.
interference.
That's
Because we like to
that's
micromanage God every now and then.
wow.
It's like, yeah, yeah, God, I see what you're doing, but you could, like, not put that person around me,
Hmm.
you know. And none of that has anything to do with us. We have our part to do, and God has His part to do. And if everybody play their role, God definitely will play His role. If we play our role, then everything will go according to plan. And I'm reminded every day that my gift is not something that I could just have. It's not for my enjoyment. It's so I could bless others. I'll say this quick before I hand it back over. Uh, I almost killed myself twice. Um, did not succeed. And every time I do a song, that's kind of what plays in the back of my mind. I don't care about a sale. I don't care about the next show offer. I don't care about the next deal offer. All I care about is saving at least one person with one song. That's kind of like on the edge, tired of life, ready to give up. Because I know I was there. And it took
Mm.
music to bring me back. And that's pretty much my purpose for
Wow.
doing music right now.
That and I
That's good.
appreciate again your transparency, your ability to keep it 100 with us. It's unfortunate we can't see your face. um, but pretty a lot of bad mind people. I want to bring out the one part of it. It says a lot of strongholds in my life, but I know you'll bring me out. Um, that's not what it said. I know my life is wrapped up safely in your hands. Take me as I am. So no, I wanted to point out the fact that you were asking God to take them out. In other words, admitting that there's some times that we don't have the strength to remove. Like there's times that we know things are bad for us.
Yep.
And that's kind of like what I want to touch on, like, pretty much just to be in that place whereby, like, Lord, I know this is not good for me. I don't know how to do it. I don't have the strength. Father, help me get rid of them.
Yeah.
Or it could just be a situation where you don't know whether or not it's bad for you. Maybe you have this feeling, the whole point is, like they always say, we are only human.
Yeah.
James trying to open up a whole nother can of worms. So talking about soul ties.
Yep.
Example.
He did everything on the head, dog. Yep.
There are numerous situations whereby you just don't have the strength, you don't have the power, you're conflicted. Imagine being in love with something that's not good for you. Or something that's not good.
And that's very dangerous, though. Dels, you want to add something? And I don't want to.
No. This is good because it's strange that as Godsent is talking, this is the stuff that's coming into my head. It's almost like he's filtering through my head and speaking it.
Right.
But it's very true. Like you, at the end of the day, we if you're going to acknowledge God as your source and God being larger than you and in control of what you do, you got to turn all of it over to Him. And when stuff is out of your control, I tell people all the time, like, we get to points in our lives where we can't, our back is up against the wall. And if you think about the literal term back up against the wall, if you put your back up against the wall and then you stand on your tippy toes, if I come by and just tap you on your shoulder, you're going to fall. It's a very vulnerable place, right? So you get to that point where you don't have, if somebody taps you on your shoulder and you fall, you have no option but to trust God. You know what I mean? To put it all in His hands, that He's gonna make everything all right. So I think this is all of what you're saying. This is all of kind of what your song speaks about. It's all of what you kind of, I feel like this is what your life is about. You know what I mean? You try to take your own life, but to come back and write a song that says, like, here I am, like, use me, take me, I'm yours. Like, this is good stuff. I love it.
Yep.
I love it, bro. I love it. I remember when you came to the cave and you sang this last song.
Tried it.
Yeah, Tried It. I was like, wow, this dude is dope. That's why I remembered you when God pointed you out on the live that we did the other day. Because that piece you did, I put your face to the piece.
Dope.
Yeah, man.
Good thanks, man.
So we actually have about 6 minutes left on this live, pretty much. And I just want to say, man, this has been a truly an amazing experience. Thank you for accepting the invitation. Just like I told Sister Mary, this is the first of this. And y'all know how I am. For all those that stuck with us, I appreciate you guys. I know we had a lot of technical difficulties. We had a lot of issues that I'm going to straighten and fix by the next show. I'm going to make this better. I'm going to make sure that we have the text up on the screen so that you guys are able to read along with us. Make sure that it's something that's able to be zoomed in, whatever. So everybody can kind of just go along with us because we want to carry you guys along. We appreciate the comments for everybody that made a comment, and stuff like that. This has really touched me, and it also allowed me to build a deeper relationship with you as an artist, Derek. It allowed me to build a deeper relationship with Amira because many times, again, like I said, we don't get to witness the story behind the poem, the song. Like we don't get to witness, and this allows us to actually it gives you a different level of respect to that artist's work. Like it just forms that great connection, and that's why I really love this show, this interview, whatever y'all want to call it. Waddell, go ahead, help me out, bro.
When you guys, when you creatives, poets, rappers, singers, when you write music, a lot of times it has to do with your own life, and then you put it out there to the public, and people gravitate towards it. Why? Because they can relate to it. Okay, so when you hear a song that speaks to exactly what you're dealing with, exactly what you're going through currently, or you've gone through, I think for the artist, it makes it worthwhile. All of the struggle that they went through to put it out.
Yeah,
because it wasn't just for you. It went beyond blessing you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It blessed the people. You think about how many songs or how many poems that you heard that you was like, wow, that's me. Like that's my whole life right there. It's sitting in this poem or sitting in this song. You know what I mean? And so this show literally allows us to go into the lives of you guys and hear what you were thinking when you wrote the song, what you were dealing with when you wrote the song. Was it a happy time? Was it a sad time? You know what I mean? And I think that's the importance of what we're doing here with Into the Lyrics. And this is an amazing first show. I'm telling you, Sister Mira and you, brother. I'm telling you, there's many other people that we could have called on here, but I think this was very worthwhile, brother. Godsent, you did your thing with picking the right artist to start to kick this off. Can't wait till next week.
Oh yeah, can't wait, man.
This coming Friday, as you guys can see on the screen. I don't know. Can you see on the screen?
Yeah, we can.
Yep.
Yes.
Let me see it.
This is who's next. This is gonna be interesting and very fun. This is they call her Evolu Princess, right? Evolu Culture.
Mm-hmm. Evolu Princess.
Our fellow sister, all of that, Ashley. I'm very excited because she's another one that literally, like, her poems are very, very reflective of life, her challenges, her truths, her ups, her downs. So we have her coming on. I'm actually going to stop putting a time to when the artists specifically are being featured because of what happened with Derek today.
I'm sorry.
So, no, it's not your fault. No, it's a learning experience. It's just like, you know what? It shouldn't matter who goes first at what time.